Hey guys, welcome back. This is Summer again from Alibaba Cloud Database Product Team. Last week, we introduced SQL Server migration. Right now, as you can see on my screen, we're going to introduce Oracle Database Migration. Are we going to migrate Oracle to Oracle? The answer is no. Actually, there are a lot of different database engines you can choose from for your target database. I will show you later in this video. So before we start, let's see how many steps will you take if you're going to migrate your Oracle. Well, as is shown on my screen, there are 3 steps. First, migration assessment, and you will use a tool named Adam to do so. And second, database migration. In this step, you might use DTS to do the database migration. Okay, the last one, business continuity on cloud-native databases. It means to migrate your applications and also to switch your traffic to the cloud. Okay, well, let's click Adam. Well, here is the landing page of Adam. Features and information about this product are showing on my screen. Or you can check out yourself. Right here is a assessment report. It's a sample. You can download and to read. Well, and then you can click documentation to see the details of migration. Okay, here is the quick guidance for the Oracle migration. 3 steps are included. First, database evaluation. Second, database transformation and migration. And the last, application evaluation and transformation. Let's just begin. First, database evaluation. Go to the Adam console. Well, as you can see, there are 4 parts in database migration assessment. First is database information collection. To do this, you need to download the collector. Let's download it. Choose this one. Okay, it may take several seconds to do so. Let's wait. Okay, it's done. Let's upload this file to the server we're gonna use in this demo. Okay. Run meter to our target server. This is the ECS we're going to use to run the collector. To be clear, this ECS is not our source server, so it's just a testing environment. It can be your local machine or a VM Electra. Okay, let's also log on to this ECS. It's almost done. Okay, let's see. We're right here on tar zvxf. Unpackage it into the folder. Before we run the scripts, let me introduce my source database environment. Okay, go to DMS. This is the Oracle database we're gonna migrate. Let me show you the version of this Oracle. Okay, select version. As you can see, it's Oracle database 11 generation R2. Well done, we have already downloaded the collector and uploaded it to the testing environment we prepared. Next, let's the source database profile. Okay, click create profile. Well, as you can see, we also need a data file. What does it mean? It means we should execute the scripts in the collector to collect informations of the source database, but actually just schemes. Okay, let's see more in the guidance. Before that, you also need to create and authorize an account to do so. Yeah, this is the SQL statements for creating a user and to grant permissions. In this demo, because we have already created the user, so let's skip to the next. For Oracle 11 generation R2, the scripts should be executed this way. So let's see what kind of information we need. First is the host name of the source database. And then it's a user we just created in the previous steps. And the password and the database service name. Okay. Well, as you can see, the collector is working right now. It may take a long time if you have a very big database. So let's have a break and be back later. Well done! The collecting is finished, and you can see that the task took 34 minutes. And the file we just got was stored in this folder. Next, let's download the file to my laptop. Okay, perfect. Let's continue. Then let's go back to the Atom console to upload the file. Okay, please take special attention to the region we choose upload the file and set a name for the profile. Okay, let's see. Source. Okay. English create. It may take a while, so just be patient. When the progress turns to 100%, let's go back to see the details. Well, the task is completed. Now let's click details for more information. You will see a lot of details about your source database, including version and infrastructures. Then the objects, including tables, procedures, triggers, etc. And this is the details. Okay, and this is a capacity. How much data do you have? Indexes and tables. Okay. Also, you can download the report here. Let's see more. Okay, this is a report we just download. These are the details about your source database. 2 core and 15 gigabytes RAM. And objects. Slow queries. And scheme. Dependencies. Okay. Then next. As we mentioned before in the beginning of this video, there are a lot of different database engines you can choose from to migrate your Oracle. So let's see what are they. You can choose from PolarDB for Postgres SQL, RDS PPAS, and RDS PG, RDS MySQL, ADB PG, and PolarDB Oracle. You can see more details in this area, especially compatibilities. And this is a SQL compatibilities. Click Type Recommendation to see which one is the best for your source database. Okay, here it suggests PolarDB. Then next. Well, this is the last part in database evaluation. Let's go on. Create a project name. Let's see, test 1. Okay. Type Oracle to PolarDB Oracle. Okay, destination DB version, kernel version, the latest. Report language, choose English. For source DB profile, just select the one we generated previously. Okay, then choose all and create. Again, it may take several minutes to finish, so let's wait. Okay, it's done. Let's click details for more information. Alright, we have nearly 100% object compatibility. Good. And this is the report you can download. Take special attention to this part, evaluation details, especially SQL compatibility and objects. Okay, let's see risks. The number of high-risk SQL statements, there's 0. Transformation. This is a result of the evaluation. Okay, next, let's start database transformation. Before that, we should at least have a destination database. So, how? Let's go to the PolarDB console to create a PolarDB for Oracle instance. PolarDB by now. To purchase a PolarDB Oracle in Hong Kong region. PolarDB Oracle. Compatible with Oracle syntax is PolarDB for Oracle. Okay. Choose VPC and vSwitch. And then specs. Okay, next. This is the instance we just purchased. And right now, it's still under creating. When it turns to running, let's do more configurations on this instance. Now let's see the report we just downloaded. Okay, summary. Okay, then the instance is running now. Let's click the instance for more details. First, create a database account. Okay, let's just take a root HK. Set the password for the user. Alright. Well, the account is active now. Then go back to the instance overview and find the endpoints part to apply endpoints for the instance. First, apply the cluster endpoints. Let's just say Polar OHK. And also apply the endpoints for the primary node. Apply Polar O primary. Okay, it's creating endpoint. Okay, the instance turns to running again. Let's continue. Okay, this is the endpoint for your primary node, and you can connect to the primary node through the public endpoint. And this is for the whole cluster. Okay. Go back to the Adam console and create migration project. Give it a name for the migration project. Let's say test. DB destination instance is in Hong Kong region. China, Hong Kong. Yeah. Okay, next check the VPC. Go back to PolarDB console and check the VPC for the instance. It's 5ix. 5ix, this one. And database name. We should create a database. Create testDB. Okay. Okay, it's running now. Go back. TestDB. It's UTF-8. Username. It's root HK. And type the password. Okay. Test. Oh. Well, the test connectivity is failed. Why? Well, did you notice that we are in the wrong region? It's not Hong Kong, right? It's Hong Kong region where we did the previous steps like DB evaluate, right? So right now we should switch back to the Hong Kong region and find the task we did. Check, yes, it's right here. Now click Transform Migrate DB. Click Create Migration Project again. Set name. Test Migrate. This one. Check. Hong Kong. And the VPC is 5ix. Instance race 1. Database name. Just add the database we just created is testDB, right? And select UTF-8 and the username is root HK and insert the password, then test again. Okay, next create. It's active now. Let's click details. Well, as you can see, we have some errors in the plugin for our destination database. Right now, you can skip it or see the details of the error and do some fixes. It says no plugins are installed in the destination database. The plugin is Polar from TZ. You can log on to your destination database and execute this kind of SQL statement. Okay, let's log on to this destination database. Root HK. Well, this is the destination database, PolarDB for Oracle. And right now, we should execute following. Okay, then you can pre-check again or just skip and next. Okay, now let's click next. This is a verified source database because we have already evaluated the source database before, so we just click skip, okay? And directly to migrate data from the source. Okay. Next, scheme migration. Because we only have one user in our source database, so we just use a unified user. And for add owner to SQL statement in trigger, we just select add owner. Okay. Then start. Refresh. And now it has already done. And then you can click scheme migration to see the result. And you can see we got nothing filled in this pre-check. So let's continue. Start scheme migration. Okay. Okay, refresh again. Oh, then we can see the schema migration task is finished. You can check the pie chart shown on the screen to see the results. Please take special attention to the items that failed. For example, here we have around 78 object failures. As for production environment, it means you should adjust all the field schemas before data migrations. Otherwise, you may have compatible problems. You can click schema revision to do the revision right here. Okay. So please keep in mind, kill all the failures before your next move, okay? Because this is a testing environment that we will ignore those failures for temporary. So let's just skip to the next directly. Right now, time to migrate all your data in your database, including tables, procedures, packages, and lecture. Click Migrate Data and go on. Well, as you can see, there are 3 parts you need to do. First, excluded schemas. Next, migrate data. And at the end, include schemas. Okay, first, find the excluded schema part and click Start. We have already finished the exclude schemas. It means all of your triggers and foreign keys will be removed from your target database to avoid compatible problems. Okay, next, create migration project. Set a name for the task. Let's see DTS migration. Next, select the region for your DTS instance. Please select the theme region to your target database. Here we have already had a PolarDB instance in Hong Kong region, so please select Hong Kong. And we also need to define the speed of your task. Let me just select 2x large. And then click Buy Now. One thing to be clear, for full data migration, you will be not charged for the task, okay? Okay, the migration task has already created. Click Config Migration Task to do the source and target database setting. Input the IP address of your source database. Okay. And the SID is prod. Port number 1521. Username. Username is not our administrator, it's a test user for the migration. We have already introduced the user created process before, so just use the user. And then select tables you want to migrate. Here you can see all the tables in my source database. And the table size and the database size have already shown in a previous step when evaluated the source database. Okay, let's choose 3. If we choose all, you will take a long time to do the migration. Okay, add and define the target database. Input the password for this user, root HK. Then create to submit the task. All right, the task has already created and it should be running now. It's doing pre-check. Okay, now we have already passed the last step. Time to do data check from the both side. Now let's see how many data has already been migrated. Okay, click View Details of the migration task. Switch to Hong Kong region, and you can see the task related. And click View Details to see how many objects have already migrated. Alright, this is a target database, and this is the table. Okay, find the table in source database. It's one card YL. Prot one card YL. Okay, this one. And then we get 97 records in this table. In one card YLGJ. Okay, YLGJ. This one. Query. And copy that. We have another in the same database. It's birthday book. Okay. Check. Execute. Okay. There are 15 records in this consuming and 16 records in the book. Okay. Now let's log on to the target database and find the scene table in the database to check how many rows have already loaded. Okay, log on to the target, and we need two database. It's one card YL and one card YLGJ. Okay, copy this one to the target and find the database. It's under the task DB. Find the one card YLGJ query. Execute, and also find one card YL and find this table. It should be 97. Okay, it's same. And how about data in one card YLGJ? Okay, 15 in the temp consuming and 16 in the book. Okay, it means the data has already been the same as the source. Right now we have already done all the steps, but for your production environment, remember there are 3 parts. 1. Evaluate. 2. Oracle database migration. And last, application migration. But in my testing environment, I'm not going to give you the last demo about application migration. So if you are interested in this one, please leave your comments or contact with our specialties directly. Okay guys, this is all for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!